Hey, what's going on? I hope everyone's doing well. Unfortunately, my there's a problem with my OBS, so I didn't get a chance to do a live stream today, but I thought I'd do a recording of my trades. You can see they're genuine. You can see the execution on these small red arrows, and obviously in more detail, I've got my actual entry and my partial and my exits. Um, so let's break it down from the beginning of the day. So we had overnight, we had Tokyo really pushing prices down. Then Wednesday opened and we still had another flush, and then London was just creating an uptrend and it looked quite bullish. We've obviously had some down days in general. We had a bit of sideways yesterday, and I thought, the market is just looking a bit bullish today. So if I go into the hourly, prior to us obviously starting the day, we really pushed up high. We closed this fair value gap on the hourly chart, and therefore, we had a night that signals for me that there's a nice bullish trend in play. And so just as we were opening this candle here, you can also see that the setup here on the hourly also looked very strong. The only thing that had me a little bit potential, that could have caused a bit of bearish resistance was this 1 hour fair value gap to the downside. And there was every chance we could have tapped into that and rejected, and we actually did that on the 1 minute chart, which I'll show you in a minute. Nonetheless, I thought it was a very small fair value gap, and hopefully we should just carve right through it. And then on top of that, we had the opening gap for yesterday's settlement price above us on ES and NQ, as you can see. So going up to the 1 minute chart here now. So I'll just kind of start the day here. I thought I'd actually just missed the trade because literally we opened up NQ and ES literally just drove down, took out some liquidity, which I don't think ES did do that really. NQ did that. NQ came out, took out this low here, and then just shot right up and straight into that bearish 1 hour fair value gap, and then we rejected. So I was a bit like, oh, okay, maybe today is done. I had two losing days in a row, and I didn't want to take any high risks. And on top of that, obviously, I wanted to wait for 10 o'clock news that was out today as well. So kept it cool. Didn't take any. I didn't feel like I had to trade today, but I'll see if anything presents itself. But just before 10 a.m. news, you could see that price was just grinding up. And then after we took this liquidity that New York Open created, we then closed all these bearish fair value gaps. And then 10 o'clock is just here. So this was a news candle just over here. And what we could see is that on NQ, we closed these gaps, which was very bullish. So here I was now thinking, okay, potentially there could be a long at play here. However, the move up here was still a bit weak. On top of that, it's 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. candle here. News opened, so news came out, and we were still within these bearish fair value gaps. But then price started going up, and it was a bit risky. But the volume on the delta looked good as we broke up here above this high. So I thought, okay, we'll obviously set our risk and we'll try to take a long there. And then, yeah, it really worked out. Like price just drove higher right through the high that we made during the New York session. And I was targeting a 2R, and I need to really get better at this because I just know most of my trades, when I'm right, they just hit a 2R. But I did take a partial because, and I'll tell you why I took a partial. I took a partial at 1R, and then I took another, then I just kept moving my stop up. And the reason I did take that partial is because at this time here now, from what I remember, I'm not entirely sure now, actually, bear with me. Yeah, that's what it was. Bear with me, I'm just going to put it onto the 15-minute chart down here. So as we came up to this level here, if you look down on the 15-minute chart when I marked this level, we're just approaching this high here. Okay, and I thought that might just be an area where liquidity gets taken and then we just turn over, and we did obviously carve through that high. Okay, we carved through this high here, and we started to reject, and I thought, okay, maybe it's just an area that I just take some profit in, just in case we go completely down south again. Turns out I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that, and I should just let price go all the way to my 2R target. So I don't know, took that partial, moved my stop up after that to this low here after we'd obviously created a new high. And then there was good price action, was moving. We reached my 2 hour target. And then I moved my stop up just below this fair value gap. In reality, I should just left it below these lows here and I still would have been in the trade. But nonetheless, I got about 1.5 R out that in total, and I was happy with it. So it's just making back obviously my loss from yesterday. And that's why you really want to stick to the 2R, because I would have made back my loss and I would have made profit had I have obviously stuck to my parameters. But that's the trade for today, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm just need to try and get my OBS sorted out to tonight or tomorrow morning, and then hopefully I'll be live again. And it would have been great to obviously shown you that trade, in a live setting, but it is what it is. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.